Yo, 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 what's up, all you Prince fan people out there? I got something I got to clear up a little bit. There's rumors going around, or I don't know. I've seen it. People told me like they have on YouTube videos about a so-called fight between Prince and myself. So yeah, there was many, but they wasn't really like what you think. I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But in this particular incident, there was a lot of celebrities there because we're doing the last run through before they had to break the equipment down and send it over to Europe. Okay, so we get ready to start, to play, but my guitar was kind of like not really set up yet. So Prince kind of like, he looked at me and said, "Hey man, what's going on? We ready to start," and all of that. And I can already tell something was kind of bothering him a little bit. But, I wasn't tripping. So then when we started, all of a sudden, well, let me tell you about my guitar. It didn't have any volume knobs on it, so you couldn't turn it up or down or nothing. It was just straight, direct to disc, straight to the mixing board. That's how I designed it. It's custom made. But anyway, so what happened, the guitar just became incredibly loud, too loud. And so I turned and looked at the sound guy. And while I was doing that, Prince got really upset. And on the microphone, he started kind of like screaming at me and shit. And so I said, "Oh no, I'm not having that." So I walked over to him and I said, "Hey, look, man, if you want to talk to me, we can go to your office." And then he kind of looked at me and said, "You about due for an ass whooping." And so, man, I looked around if his bodyguards was there around, or the security, and I go, I didn't see them. I said, "You mean you?" I said, "Okay, come on, man." So I laid the guitar on the floor, and I start walking through Paisley Park, from the sound stage, it's quite a walk. So he followed me, and I think all the rest of the people were following, And so when we got towards the door, one other little thing, I used to have a Corvette at that time, and I used to park in his parking space in front of Paisley Park because he would park in the basement. So I had given my car to some guys that used to go clean it for me, and when they would bring it back, they had it all glistening, and it was parked in his space, and they used to leave me a big fat joint in it. That's another subject. But anyway, so when I came to the door, I said, "Okay, come on, man, come outside. It's a field over here. I'm getting ready to cut it all down with your ass." And so he looked at me, and then he opened the door, and he said, "Get out of my building." And so I kind of laughed, and I said, "Okay, man, I'm out of here." And I jumped, I did cowboy style. I didn't even open the door. I just jumped into the car directly, blazed up that joint, and then rode down that road. If you've been in Paisley Park, it's a long road going out there in the sun. It was kind of like a cowboy riding off in the sunset. So anyway, I went home and I took a shower and I went to the discotheque. And so later, I was in the discotheque dancing on the floor, and one of his security dudes came and said, "Hey, Prince was here. He want to talk to you." And so I went up to where he was sitting down somewhere. And so I went over there and sat by him. And then I said, it was my turn now. So I said, "Hey, man, what are you screaming at me in front of all these people and all of that? You know about handling that kind of stuff. I've been with you 6 years. Never laid, no missed passports, no things, and no missed notes, no nothing. So, you can't be handling me like that." And then he said, "Yeah, man, I know. I'm sorry, man. I've been under pressure with this film, and all of that, and the tour and all of that. I was just under a little bit too much pressure, and, I did all of that. I'm sorry and shit." I said, "Well, now you have to pay. So you got to double my per diem and double my salary for this tour." And he was like, "What?" He said, "Man, a real musician wouldn't be wanting that money." And I go, "Oh, I'm so glad I'm not a real musician. You better pay me, fool." And so anyway, we kind of laughed and shit. And then that was it. No big deal. And then I went on the tour and did the thing. Now, the reason why I left, I'll tell you guys about that, something else. So, but a lot of the stuff me and Prince would do was staged because we were doing theater concerts. That's what made it so special, And a lot of people, were seeing it extraordinary, but we were actually in theater. We were acting. So I was playing the villain. He's playing the knight in shining armor, and Kat was the damsel in distress. So if you check out the Love Sexy thing, you'll see little bits of that implemented into the show. Where I'm coming, taking the girl and all this stuff, going with the songs. And we continued that. I was doing that all the way until Sign of the Times. I had too much to play then. I was handling too much of his guitar parts, my guitar parts, a whole bunch of stuff. So I had, the role went over to Brooks. Now, if you can watch the film, you'll see that. Brooks is now taking over the guy taking the girl thing. You know, Prince was really in the theatrical part, and that's what made everything special. So anyway, now you guys can have a look at that. I hope it cleared up everything and all of that. And, you know, maybe I'll start talking a little bit more, but you know, a lot of the stuff that I have heard other people say don't kind of correspond with my experiences and shit, and I don't want anybody to be, you know, accused of fabricating what actually happened. So it's better one of us be quiet. So I think it'll be me. I don't know, because I don't want to hurt nobody with all of this stuff, okay? So anyway, I just want to offer you guys some peace and some love, and you guys mask up, all right? Stay safe. Peace forward.